Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football back here at Springtown. Here with the head coach of the Pojo, the Porcupines, Coach Brian Hulett, before their scrimmage against Alvarado. Coach, thanks for taking a minute to chat with us on a busy day. You're kind of dealing with school starting up and got a little rain going on. You're watching the radar, so a lot of duties for the athletic director, right?
Oh, yeah, too many, but no, not really. It's good, and, of course, we got time right now just waiting on the weather to go by, luckily to get the JV and freshmen in and just waiting on the varsity.
All right, now last week you guys had a scrimmage. You get second scrimmage here. You haven't been around too long. You're still a younger guy like myself, but you've been around enough of these things to know the first scrimmage is always a little uglier than you would like. In your experience, have you seen a big jump in level of execution and quality in play from scrimmage to 1 to scrimmage 2?
Man, I don't know yet. I can tell you where we've jumped is from first week to actually the first scrimmage, and we ended up going last week against Sanger, and in the varsity portion of it, we had 18 sophomores that scrimmaged, and so that's just us this year, and not only just them, but first-year varsity juniors and very few seniors, and so one of those catch-22s that you want some experience, but you have the ability to get better every single day, and we've worked on that, and that's not cliche and by no means, and that's what we saw. We saw from our first week through first scrimmage, we saw a lot of improvement. We were pleased, but we know by means were great or did good or one of that kind of deal, but we were pleased, real pleased.
Now, when I came out here last year, you guys scrimmaged. I think it was against Bridgeport. You told me you're fresh. I know you had a good group coming, and I think it's this group of sophomores now. I know you're excited about them, but there's obviously a little bit of wariness when you're playing 18 sophomores. How do you kind of balance keep their talent, but also being patient as coaches and knowing that there's going to be kind of room to grow?
Oh man, there's going to be it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It's just, and we like our seniors. It's just there's not a lot of them. We got 14 of them, and so you got to fill in gaps. Ultimately, you don't want that. Juniors are talented, like what they're doing, and it's just going to be as I said, you want to improve every day, and with a team that's that inexperienced, you're going to have those steps backwards, and you just got to coach against it, fight against it, but understand on certain days that's going to happen.
All right, now obviously Alvarado, a very good program. Coach Dixon does a great job there. What kind of looks, when you schedule the scrimmage, what was kind of the thinking from your perspective, scheduling scrimmage, and what kind of looks are you hoping that Alvarado gets you ready for the season? Yeah,
good question. We were in district with them when I first got here, so we played them in district 2 years, and then last year we set up scrimmage and ended up playing them in the playoffs, so we're real familiar with them. The idea that we're going to scrimmage someone early that's going to have a lot of kids, that's going to challenge you from the freshman all the way up through the varsity, and that's the old throwback going to be under center and pound at you, and so with Kennedale in our district, Vernon on our schedule, we want to get some of those things practiced early and let our kids see that, and so the question about wanting Alvarado on there, that's the reason to get going with some of that.
All right, now I've got 2 fun questions for you. All right, first one, a lot of folks may not know this. You're a Panhandle guy. You're a Spring Lake Earth guy. Talk about the experiences playing. When you played in a small town like Spring Lake Earth, and kind of what that small town Texas football. Because Springtown's a 4A school, but still has a lot of that small town feel. Talk about just what it's like to be in a small town, a place that really values football, coming up from Spring Lake Earth to Eastland to here.
Yeah, and not just football. I think it's the whole community feels. Because of that, I was involved. I did everything, not just from an athletic standpoint, but from an academic standpoint, just a whole school, whole town standpoint. So, it's something that's wonderful, and I could live anywhere in the state of Texas. I truly could. I could coach at any size school and do anything, but there's also something special about a one-horse town, no matter the size of it. There's only one Porcupine in this town, and that's what we like about it. And so, it's my background helps raise me in that kind of mold and that kind of thought.
Saturday mornings, do you check the scoreboard and see how Spring Lake Earth did?
Man, I should. I do most times. Actually, one of my old classmates, is the head coach there, and he
Coach DeLeon, right?
Yeah, he lives next door to where I grew up, which is funny. And if you knew Israel, that'd be the last human being you thought would be coaching high school football 20 years later. And so, yeah, I keep up with him. And then actually, his nephew is Oscar Castillo, is over at Diamond Hill now. So. Get to talk to those guys, and then got to keep up with them now.
All right, now at coaching school, we had the wheel of questions. So I had a lot of fun questions on there. So we couldn't bring the wheel out to Springtown today, but I spun it out at the studio this morning before we got here. So the question for you is, chili, beans or no beans?
Man, in Texas they're going to tell you no beans. I don't mind it against it, but I guess you got to say no beans.
All right, but in the end, you're for chili either way.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Coach Hulett, for chili. Coach, we appreciate your time. Good luck in the scrimmage tonight, and good luck in 2017.
Appreciate it.